Hello. Good evening to you, one and all. I'm... Hello. A good chairman to you, one and evening. I'm the BBC chairlady. Chairman. I'm the BBC chairman of the chairladies. And I'm here to explain just what frightfully good value for money the BBC is. So, come with me now as we take a look behind the scenes at this magnificent corporation. Here are some of the backroom chappies who put together the amusing Alexander Sale half hour. Why goodness, who's this? It's the Director General. Hello there. Michael?
Hello, lovely darling.
What are you doing here?
Well, I just popped in to make sure that every penny of the license payer's money is being put to its best possible use. Yes, that's all fine, Mr. Director. Money well spent on jolly sensible things.
And by the looks of that skit over there, I'd say it was the best that money could buy, Michael.
Yes, it's the envy of the rest of the world.
Right. Well, let's now take a look upstairs in the control room.
Camera 2 next.
Keep him bouncing. Just bounce him up and down. That's lovely.
Well, here in the control room, all our highly skilled BBC boffins make sure that the picture received in your drawing room is of tip-top notch quality. And that doesn't come cheap. Okay, chaps, take it away. Right. Bring it back again.
Settle down. What pretty girls are, well, you know that I'm around. I kiss them and I hug them, kiss them.
Good morning, Mr. Player.
They don't even know my name, they come out of wanderer.
Morning, Alexa. Have a good weekend.
I roam around. Well, so on my left, the man is Mary on my right. Jane is the girl that I'll be with tonight. And when she asks me which one I love the best, I'll tear open my shirt and show her Rosie on my chest, 'cause I'm the wanderer, oh yeah, the wanderer. I roam around.
Who's that fat bastard?
Recently, a lot of my advisors have been telling me that I should go to the States. Well, actually, people have been coming up to me in the street and saying, "Why don't you sod off?" It's the same thing, really, isn't it? But I have difficulty getting into the States because of my political past. When you get to immigration, they ask you all these heavy questions, you know, like, have you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? Have you now or have you ever worn flared trousers? Have you now or have you ever got down with your bad self in a funkadelic situation? I went to Australia once, for 3 minutes. I got to the immigration desk at Sydney and the bloke was filling out the form there and he said, height, eyes, trousers. He said, criminal record? I said, I didn't know you still needed one. The only reason that a lot of British comedians go to America is to nick material off American comedians. We can always spot them, because they're coming on stage at Bingley Shades and Labour Club going, woo, all right, get down, yeah, woo. Hey, is there anybody here from Cincinnati? Woo, all right, get down. Hey, you're a beautiful audience. Yeah, woo, get down, all right, yeah. Everybody's going, what's he talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. You've got to remember, when you go to America, that they often use different words than like what we do. For instance, they say elevator, we say lift. They say drapes, we say curtains. They say president, we say seriously deranged git.
Ron, it is not your right in Washington today for talks with a seriously deranged git.
Morning. Morning.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. Morning. Morning. Morning.
Morning.
Which is just typical scaremongering by the press and broadcasting media.
So, basically, Minister, you have no regrets about the decision to build a government eye-poking station here at Upper Middleton.
None at all.
In spite of the environmentalists' claim that the incidence of blindness, partial blindness, and general sight deficiency is shown to be 85% higher among people living close to the eye-poking centre than in other areas of the country.
Well,
Yes, gentlemen of the third row.
Can the Minister tell us what exactly... Can the Minister tell us what exactly is the reason for the government poking people's eyes out in the first place?
This is an old chestnut that keeps cropping up. It is basically, sir, a matter of simple economics. It is actually cheaper for us to poke 100 people's eyes out than it is to mine a single ton of coal. I think the figures speak for themselves.
Have you ever had your eyes poked out at all, Minister?
No, I haven't. But as a member of Her Majesty's government, I don't actually exist in a rational sense. I am simply the product of a diseased mind.
People say comedians are very mean. I'm not mean. My parents were very mean, though. Every Christmas, they used to give me an empty box and tell me it was an action man deserter. But these days, we're all encouraged to make investments, aren't we? Investments, put money in the bank, buy houses, stuff like that. I've made some very bad investments with my money. For instance, I opened a chain of shops. Big Alexei's High Street, nuclear weapons and marijuana shops. But nobody told me it was against the bloody law.
And we have to interrupt it there because news is just coming through of yet another near miss between two TB holiday programs. On the line from Alicante is Dominic Welk. Dominic.
Yes. The incident occurred at 4:21 this afternoon when a report by Judith Chalmers on the 1820 Club passed within just a few platitudes of Maggie Philbin's survey of local fish markets. An eyewitness on the BBC crew claims she could actually see Miss Chalmers' bottom quite clearly from where she was sitting.
How far away was that?
About 10 miles. Of course, it was inevitable this sort of thing would happen sooner or later. There are an estimated 367 TV crews out here every day now filming holiday programmes. And of course, uppermost in everyone's mind is the tragic incident last summer when Annika Rice's inserts were rammed by a Frank Boff special.
And I'll have to stop you there, Dominic, as we're just getting reports of yet another major disaster on the Greek island of Naxos.
2 weeks under the sultry Mediterranean sun is still well within most people's pockets. But a word of warning about the seafood. Raw calamari can be a bit daunting for those of us prone to a chippy holiday tongue. So calamari, do take out some measures.
But a word of warning about the seafood. Calamari can be a bit daunting to those of you prone to a jiffy holiday tummy. So please do take out.
Theoretically, we live in a democracy. But what does this democracy actually amount to? Well, every 4 years you get to put a little X in a box. Or, if you're really worked up about an issue, they let you wander around the streets with a bit of cardboard on a stick. But in reality, wealth and therefore power are actually passed on by families from generation to generation. And especially in show business, you get these dynasties. For example, there's Alan Ladd Jr., son of the famous actor, who's now in charge of the very powerful Ladd Company. And you've got Champion the Wonder Horse Jr. He's now a senior executive at Paramount Studios. Here at the BBC, We've had Billy Cotton Jr., Michael Gray. And even when they've passed on, there's still many sons and daughters of famous, well-loved BBC performers who are ready to take their place.